Introduction. Drinking tea in our country is a habit. If you do not take tea chips during the talk, then something seems incomplete. About 80 to 90% of the country's population likes to drink tea as well as in the morning. The culture of bed tea is not only popular in the cities but also in village country. People like to start the morning tea with tea. But what do you think? Is this a good and healthy habit? 1. Some recent studies believe that drinking empty stomach tea is a very bad habit, especially in the summer. Tea contains some amounts of caffeine and also contains L-theanine, theophylline, which acts as a stimulant. 2. If you want to wake up in the morning after eating something lightly, then you can take tea. Besides, if you drink too much tea, then you also need to be careful. It can damage the inner surface of the stomach. 3. Some people like to drink black tea. They do not like drinking milk in the tea. But they probably do not know that health can prove to be dangerous. Besides, the sugar present in tea can make you fat too. Loss of drinking empty stomach tea in the morning. 1. In the morning, after drinking empty stomach tea, the process of bile juice becomes irregular, which can cause you nausea and feel nervous. 2. Generally, black tea is considered to be healthy, but too much black tea drinking can be harmful for health. Normally it is believed that drinking black tea reduces weight, but drinking black tea stomach gets stomach and does not seem to be hungry. 3. Usually people like to drink milk tea. But fewer people would know that drinking empty tea stomach tea quickly feels tired. At the same time, there is irritability in behavior also. 4. If you are among those people who like to drink strong tea, then be sure. People with more strong drinks are at risk of getting ulcer. This increases the possibility of injuring the internal surface of the stomach. 5. Many people make more tea at one time and keep on drinking it again and again. Drinking tea again and again can be dangerous. Do you drink tea after drinking tea? 1. There is a lot of acid in tea, which will have direct effect on abdominal juice by drinking empty stomach in the morning. So many people do not like drinking tea in the morning. 2. Drinking empty tea in the morning, all the diseases related to the stomach are born in your body. Is black tea harmful? 1. If milk is added to tea, it can cause significant damage, such as increasing obesity. 2. If excess black tea is consumed, then it directly affects the stomach. Lack of milk tea drinking. 1. According to the study, it has been found that those who drink empty tea with too much milk, they feel fatigue. 2. Mixing milk and tea ends the effect of antioxidant. Effects of hard drinking tea. 1. Drinking empty stomach stiff tea can cause direct damage to the stomach. 2. Strong tea can cause stomach ulcers and acidity. Loss of drinking water mixed with two different teas. 1. As per the study, it has been found that if you mix two different brand tea together, then its effect will be very strong and you will feel like you have grown intoxicants. What happens to eating biscuits with tea? 1. Eating biscuits or other things with tea, stomach tea is well digested. 2. On the other hand, by eating salted or sweet with tea, the body gets sodium, which does not cause ulcers. Do not drink tea after eating in the afternoon. 1. Tea contains tannins, especially in deep-colored tea. In this way, he can react with your iron in the food, so do not drink tea after eating in the afternoon. Prostate cancer increases the risk. 1. Men who drink 5-cup tea in the day, they increase the risk of prostate cancer. Such a thing has come in a study. 2. Earlier, many researchers have claimed that drinking tea is a risk of cancer. Loss of drinking hot tea. 1. According to a new study published in the British Medical Journal, eating more hot tea increases the risk of getting cancer of the hose or throat 2 times. Fast hot tea damages the throat of the throat. Stomach is bad. 1. Drinking tea completely spoils your stomach. Your digestive power gets damaged, as well as the acid begins to develop in your stomach. Gas problem. 1. Drinking sugar tea in hot countries starts to cause gas. 2. Because of the acidic increase in the amount of acid in your body, which starts to gas and jealous. Tea due to pain in hands. 1. If there is a lot of pain in your hands, then the reason is tea. The effect of tea falls on our bones. She starts to mumble. Pain at an early age, pain in bedtime. All this happens due to tea. 2. Tea consumption can lead to diseases of the joints of the bones, pain in the teeth, yellowing of teeth, depression and stress. Blood pressure becomes high. 1. People living in remote areas have blood pressure. But we have such a few days when there is more cold. By drinking tea in the rest of the time, our blood pressure immediately becomes high. Now, take your blood pressure, then you drink tea, but tea is poison for the rest of the people. Increases the amount of cholesterol. 1. Drinking tea increases the amount of cholesterol in the body. That is, the garbage increases in blood and it is difficult to reach the heart. Later heart problems are done. Acidity in the stomach. 1. Tea increases acidity in the stomach. The tea spoils the intestines and the stomach. 2. Taking excessive tea can cause cancer-affected stomach. Digestion power bad. 1. Drink empty stomach tea by digestion strength is poor and drinking while sleeping brings less sleep. Heartbeat. 1. Drinking more tea increases the heartbeat and there is a possibility of heart disease. Iron deficiency. 1. The main disadvantage of drinking tea is that it prevents iron from absorbing blood, which reduces iron in the blood. 2. In particular, vegetarians, pregnant women, anemia, disease of blood loss, are more affected because their blood is already lacking in iron. Harmful acid. 1. 1 cup of tea contains 4 grams of tannin, which acts as harmful acid in your body. If the tea is kept for 2 hours. 1. If you keep a cup of tea for a couple of hours and after that, you will see a change in the color of the tea and there will be black tea under the nicotine layer above it. This condition of tea occurs after going into the body. 2. If you look at the tea layer by putting the tea layer on it, it will find that it is thick and thick, which sticks in the intestine and causes disorders. The risk of ulceration. 1. Drinking more tea leaves increases the risk of getting stomach ulcers. 2. Drink strong tea, there is a possibility of a wound in the inner surface of the stomach. Reduce the ability to work. 1. Caffeine, found in tea and coffee, makes some sense of energy in the body for some time, but after some time it reduces the ability to work in a person. 2. 3 cups of coffee and 350 milligrams in a cup of tea. Caffeine occurs and consuming caffeine in such a quantity can increase the stress in the person as well as decrease the ability to concentrate. High amounts of fluoride. 1. Complications of pain, weakness, etc. in bone joints due to excessive consumption of fluorosis is common. The high amount of fluoride deposits around the red blood cells in the body does not allow the distribution of oxygen in the right way. Fatigue of oxygen deficiency in these granules is the primary stage. 2. Slowly erosion of fluoride bones, causing joint pain. Many times fluoride enters the kidney, causing problems in reducing urine. 3. Treatment of fluorosis disease is possible for children up to 12 years old. Vitamin C and D are the most effective in fluorosis disease. 4. 1 cup of tea contains 13 ppm fluoride, whereas according to the World Health Organization 1.5 ppm fluoride is appropriate. Do not get hungry. 1. After boiling tea for a longer time, it produces chemicals called tannin which deposits on the inner wall of the stomach, causing hunger to stop. Tea is an addiction. 1. Use of tea as an addiction can damage the human body. 2. Drinking tea several times a day has proved to be payable. Tea is the medicine on the use of tea as medicine, otherwise the tea is an addiction. Put tea in thermos. Think again. 1. When people go somewhere to roam or the members of the house wake up at different times, instead of making different teas, they make tea once in the thermos. 2. It reduces the hard work but does not have a good effect on your health. Drinking such a thermos tea can lead to problems like swelling and gas. So try to make fresh tea. 3. If you look at these losses and improve your habit, you will lead a healthy life. Remember, life is happy with a healthy body. Sturdy tea is as weak as you. 1. There are many people who like their tea hardened. The danger for these people increases as the hardened tea, together with the hydrochloric produced in your stomach, affects the walls of the stomach, due to which there are wounds. 2. If it does not take treatment at the right time and continues to consume hard tea, then it turns into a disease called ulcer. Difficulty eating digestion. 1. Tea leaves have acidic properties when they meet with protein of food, then the protein gets tough, which makes it difficult to digest food. So avoid tea immediately after eating. Recipe for tea. Most people boil tea, milk and sugars in the required quantities, then boil and filter again. Tea made in this way causes great harm. 1. The correct method of making tea. First, boil water, milk and sugars in the required amount. When it starts boiling, take down the required amount of tea leaves and keep it covered for 8 minutes. 2. Masala tea recipes. Ginger, mint, ginger, black pepper, cloves, cardamom can also be added to make tea more delicious. Drink basil leaves mixed with tea and drink relief from cough in the winter. After drinking it, after filtering, take some breakfast and drink it. The tea formed in this way is less damaged for the body. Take care before drinking tea. 1. If you want to drink tea, then do not drink more than 1 or 2 times and never drink it empty stomach. 2. The tea should never be consumed in a plastic-made cup or glass. Because the temperature of the hot tea is very high, so that the harmful particles of plastic are mixed in the tea and enter the body directly from the deadly disease like cancer. Can happen. 3. To remove the side effects of tea, drink 5 cups of water after drinking a cup of tea after a while. 4. More hot tea can damage the throat tissue. 5. Tea contains tannin which inhibits the digestion of iron in the body. So drink tea after 2 hours of taking things like iron stuff such as green vegetables, fruits and fermented medicine. Tea raises up. If ever the tea tablets are raised, then they can use any of the following beverages in their place, which are very beneficial for health. 1. A glass of cold water. 2. A cup lukewarm milk. 3. A glass whey or lassi. 4. A cup of vegetable soup. 5. A glass juice of any fruit. 6. Half lemon juice in a glass of water, without salt and sugar.